So today we're going to talk about glasses. Oh, trash cans? No, I mean the history of the universe. So, the universe was formed by a big bang.
The first star was named Methuselah.
Soon after that, the first black hole started to form.
That led to millions of stars appearing in space.
In about 100 million years, stars began to form clusters, which are now known as galaxies.
The earliest of them didn't include any planets, so galaxies mainly consisted of stars.
After some time, the first exoplanet was born.
Soon after, the Milky Way finally began to take shape.
The Milky Way started forming about 200 million years after the Big Bang.
A few years later, the first metal-rich stars began appearing.
Metals made them cool down at a higher rate, so the universe started to become habitable.
With less than 10 billion years before humans appeared, the first group of galaxies emerged.
JKCS 041 is the furthest known galactic cluster, born just 200 million years before the universe reached a third of its current size, a mere moment on a cosmic scale, and at roughly the same time, the North Star appears in the Milky Way.
It's one of the most ancient stars in the galaxy.
As the universe continues to expand, the Milky Way goes on growing and taking the familiar shape.
Until about 8.8 billion years ago, it had only a thin disk.
Now the thin disk starts forming.
It's a thinner layer within the disk.
About 8 billion years ago, its growth rate finally began to subside.
This occurred with lots of other galaxies.
At roughly 7.5 billion years ago, something happened a long way from our galaxy, and a gamma ray burst began traveling across the universe.
About 7.2 billion years ago, the average temperature of space was only 5 degrees Kelvin or 450 degrees Fahrenheit.
And about 6.5 billion years ago, the time when the Milky Way started taking its spiral shape at long last.
Many of the older galaxies have taken their current shapes, and stars kept forming and exploding.
5.5 billion years ago, the solar nebula began to collapse.
This nebula would eventually become the solar system.
In the meantime, the Milky Way has finally become a complete barred spiral as we know it today.
Roughly 4.6 billion years ago, the Sun finally began to form. It only took a couple of years for our Earth to be born. It was extremely hot back then, and there was no chance for any life to survive, but a miracle happened, and the first living creatures began appearing on the planet.
Since then, a lot of things came to Earth, and now our planet is the most unique planet ever known. The universe is still expanding. Who knows what miracle might happen in the future? So that was all about trash cans. That was the history of the universe. So, if you liked my video and want more, please like and subscribe my channel. And if you have any question, you can ask that in the comment sections below. Goodbye.